colorful country of Romania is located in Central Europe at the top of the Balkan Peninsula. The countryside is identified with the Carpathian Mountains, the Danube River, and the Black Sea. Romania's temperate climate and varied landscape have contributed to the fact that throughout recorded history, Romania has been inhabited. As is common throughout the world, the Romanian people have cherished the ideal of personal freedom, yet there have been times when they have fallen short of that goal. Join us today as we visit an OCI member that is introducing people to the freedom that they can have in Jesus Christ. The contest between freedom and oppression, which is such a recurrent theme in human history, has surfaced many times in Romania's past. According to J.N. Andrews, in his book, The History of the Sabbath, in the 1500s there arose a group of Sabbath-keeping Christians in Transylvania, a region of Romania. In the mid-1600s, they were the third largest religious group in Transylvania. Eventually, due to continued persecution and oppression, the majority fled the region or assimilated into other religious faiths. In the decades following World War II, communism ultimately exerted its oppressive control on Romania. The ongoing struggle for freedom has become evident here in Timișoara in 1989. It was in December of that year that a Reformed pastor by the name of Laszlo Tokes gave an interview to some foreign journalists. He decried the oppressive nature of the Ceausescu regime. He first was sequestered in Timișoara and then was to be exiled to a small village. But before that happened, on December 15th of 1989, there was a groundswell of support for the pastor. His church members surrounded the church. They prohibited the military from reaching him. That initiated a very bloody revolution in Romania. The next week saw many thousands put to death by the military. However, over the course of that week, the military changed sides. Nicolae Ceausescu and his wife, who had ruled the country for decades, were ultimately captured and put to death. But the flame of liberty was once again kindled in Romania. Following the fall of communism, a new wave of freedom swept through Romania. Seizing upon this opportunity, Herghelia Institute was born. Using an attractive lifestyle center and a well-rounded health education program, Herghelia frees people from the wrong habits of life. More than that, they introduce people to the freedom that's found in Jesus Christ.
I grew up in a family where I learned to be concerned about people around me, and we love the church, but we love very much the people outside the church, and we were concerned that they will somehow understand the three angels' message, the present truth, and will be prepared for Jesus' coming. And so for me as a medical student, it seemed natural to embrace the medical missionary work as a mean to get closer to the people and to convey to them God's love and the calling each one of us has to join in His kingdom. God's vision for His people was to establish a lifestyle center or a sanitarium near every big city, and in His wisdom He knew that people today are very hard to be reached through theology or just ideas. They need something practical related to their health. There is a great concern today about health improvement, and God knew that this will be the last avenue to reach people.
Most of the patients that come to Herghelia Lifestyle Center, they come with cardiovascular problems. Ischemic heart disease, high blood pressure. Also many of them have diabetes, type 2, obesity, it's a big problem. Usually they come in a quite advanced state of disease, and they learn step by step. Also the program that's going on here helps them to see, to understand, to feel how it is to live in another way.
In 2008, my doctor told me that 3 of my heart arteries were clogged. I was hospitalized at the Heart Institute in Cluj and was urged to have heart surgery. They told me that if I wasn't operated on right away, I would die. But I decided not to have the surgery. I prayed that God would help me. I heard about Herghelia on the internet, and after one session, I was much better. Before coming to Herghelia, I was hardly able to walk up a few steps. But after a few days, I was running and playing tennis, and I felt great.
From my viewpoint as a physician, the health systems in general, particularly in the developed world, they're struggling with chronic diseases that are the result of lifestyle choices, and also the choices of the healthcare system and how they have chosen to meet the needs of those problems. Both of those are on a path that's totally unsustainable. The only real way to turn things around is to get at the root problems. The choices people make, the lifestyles they're living. And places like this have a very significant role because that's what they're doing.
I came to Herghelia for the first time in 2004. I was very scared when I first came because I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. My doctor had told me I would be on medication for the rest of my life. So when I found this oasis, I realized that they were wrong. I made many changes after I came to Herghelia. First, I changed my diet. Then I started physical exercise. All my friends were asking what I had done at Herghelia. They saw I was smiling. I had a look of peace on my face. I had a joy for life. And it's easy for me to be friendly now. I have given up my blood pressure medication and now have a normal blood pressure from the lifestyle changes I've made.
You can almost picture the patients that come through here as seeds that are being planted in communities all over.
After about 16 years of operation, people, church members see that it's very efficient, and this encouraged another health center in the eastern part of the country. And there are at least 6 other health centers in Romania in the making. So we are coming close to have a lifestyle center near each country. And I would say Romania is not a very rich country, it's neither poor. Can be a model for other countries that it's possible when the church and the members understand the power of such ministry.
It's clear that God wants doors opened. And I don't think, from what I've seen in other places in the world, He's not waiting for political doors to open. He's just waiting for doors that medical missionary work opens. There's a lot of potential that's just waiting to happen.
What we try to teach them here is to find the real support that they need in the process of change. You know, the inspiration tells us that in medical missionary work, applying these natural remedies by faith, we are going to see supernatural results. And actually, this is what is happening at Herghelia day by day. The Lord really touches the hearts of the people. Every one of them is touched in a special way, yet their experiences are so different.
Timpul petrecut aici,
I knew God, and I had a relationship with God before.
în bine a vieții mele spirituale.
But here, I felt God's presence through the staff that work here. I used to pray privately, but when I first came in 2004, I was very surprised that before each procedure, the therapist or nurse would pray with me. Here at Herghelia, I've learned a lesson about service, about giving yourself for the needs of those around you. It's amazing how peaceful it is here. It's something we all need in our fast-paced lives.
By faith, by prayer, by reading, step by step, we are empowered and we are able to be an example and to influence the workers, to influence our patients. Many patients say, we found God in Herghelia. It's a corner of heaven. It's a warm atmosphere. It's a home. And that motivates us to go forward and to pray more and to trust more no matter what difficulties are.
Growth is natural, and for a long time we've been dreaming to have our own chapel and a place where to worship, but also a place where we can gather people for a conference, for a medical conference, for lifestyle. It's such a blessing to have such a place and to have maybe camp meetings for our Adventist community, and we hope by God's grace to be able to complete the project we started in this sense of a multifunctional building.
Even before we started the lifestyle program, we had a burden for the whole country of Romania to educate the people in lifestyle diseases, in prevention. So the journal developed little by little, and in the year of 2000 we were able to join with the Seventh Adventist Union publishing house in Romania, and actually since then they are doing desktop publishing for our journal and also the distribution. And the feedback that we receive is that the journal is a very efficient tool in all of the church outreaching programs in the whole country of Romania.
The church is not the leadership. The church is the sum of all the souls, of the living witnesses of Christ. We cherish very much this health center for what we can do with their help. At the time we have 150 churches, and we spent money, time, energy in producing short-time health expo and full-time health expos in big cities. We had tremendous success, and it is done not by the church, but Herghelia Center and the church.
2 years ago, my husband and I were impressed to come out with a cookbook. Our patients were asking, please, we are going home. We need something to connect to Herghelia. Not only recipes, but also information, nutritional information. So people are led step by step from the traditional Romanian omnivore diet to a healthier diet, to a plant-based diet. We just looked out, we saw the need, and providentially, our cookbook ends up in being the syllabus for a course in the first school of nutrition and dietetics that started in Romania.
This June we had the first conference of the Romanian Association for Nutrition and Dietetics, and we've been able to invite important people worldwide, like the president of American Dietetic Association. And we have other invitees from France, from England, from Australia. So we have a roster of speakers very well known and very well grounded in the science of dietetics. So this helped the students receive a vision, and I think, Herghelia is now in the forefront of what's happening in nutrition and dietetics in Romania. And I think this is good for the institution, and it's good for us as Adventists, because we know a lot of things which other people don't know, and it's our duty to share.
people are interested to know more, and so we very much encourage the people to read the book Ministry of Healing, together with Desires of Ages, The Great Controversy, our cooking book, and also we have the magazine Health Plus Life. It's very well read by physicians, by educated people. In fact, it's the only scientific lifestyle magazine in Romania.
Central to our health ministry is representing God. And people observe that, and patients who come to the Lifestyle Center, they are very much impressed because we pray with them and we are concerned about their spirituality, about their trust in God, and we try to help them to understand that God is our creator. He invented our physiology, the way our body functions. He invented the mechanism through which we recover, and we are just helpers. And so they need to turn to Him and enjoy life and enjoy happiness in that relationship.
Having this sanitarium affects the whole country. You meet all these influential people, not from Romania, from all over Europe, and you have opportunity to share God in a wonderful way. And many times when they hear about Adventists, they think about Herghelia, and so Adventists for them is what they see in Herghelia, and this is a wonderful thing.
They are watching us from the first day when they are stepping in the program, and they are so curious because they feel the atmosphere is so different than the world. And each morning in our devotional with the staff, we connect with our Savior and we ask for His wisdom, for His power to sense the window of opportunities to be able to be a witness for these patients.
The Lifestyle Center has been an effective tool to minister to many people within Romania. In a moment, we'll see what the Herghelia team is doing to reach the surrounding countries.
When you think of missionaries, what do you picture? For many people, the image of a doctor, teacher, or pastor in a remote country comes to mind. But the truth is, God needs people with many different skills in His work both around the world and close to home. At OCI, we're passionate about helping to connect mission-minded people with our network of more than 80 ministries. Each project aims to share the gospel in practical ways, and they need skilled workers of all types. Mechanics, gardeners, cooks, and designers, just to name a few. And of course, they also need teachers and doctors. If you're interested in serving at an OCI ministry, visit our website for a list of current opportunities, or call our office. We'd love to talk to you.
Jesus said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free." The team at Herghelia has taken this admonition seriously. Therefore, they have incorporated education as an integral part of their ministry and their growing outreach.
The young people are coming here to learn to be better equipped and trained in medical missionary work. This meaning two aspects: working outside as a public health educator, trained to organize health expos, health clubs, and is training them to live a better life. And then the second part, they are trained to work in the lifestyle centers. The emphasis is on massage, physical exercise, hydrotherapy, cooking classes, cooking demonstration, health lectures, and of course the Bible and the spiritual background for all of this.
We've been studying medicine, massage, and things that had to do with health. How to be a good teacher, how to teach others to be healthy, to stay healthy, to do exercise and all new start things.
It's a big blessing to have the medical missionary school here, because we have the opportunity to train medical missionary workers. And in this way, the impact of this place becomes wider and wider. It's a bigger influence in our society.
Well, it's a blessing because the school is close to the sanitarium. The students can practice in the health center. They have a work-study program 4 hours each day. They work in different departments. They help as much as they can, but more than that, they learn.
And we've learned about every small thing that must be done in a sanatorium. And we also go with the patient and we spend time with them. We are talking, we go to work with them and learn about their disease, why are they sick, what they've done, how they feel now.
Before I came to Herghelia, I had a desire to do missionary work, but I wasn't secure that I could do it on my own. I didn't have enough knowledge. I didn't know where to start, what to do, and all these things. So coming to Herghelia, the Lord has taught me many things. First of all, it strengthened me in my relationship with Him. Secondly, it helped me to love people. I became more mature in the faith and also as a person. I was challenged in many areas so I could search it out and be more ready for the field, missionary field.
The first ingredient is to read the Bible and the spirit of prophecy and catch God's vision for us, because God's Son was a medical missionary. He came here and he became humble and he came poor and he cared for every soul and he helped them, healed them and made God known to them. That is what he wants us to do. It's very simple if we trust God and we catch this vision.
We didn't work very much for this village because Herghelia is here from 25 years now and all the people know what we are doing here. This year we've been focused more about other villages and other places where there's nothing about health. We've been to Târgu Mureș, that's very close, and we've been visiting hospitals and we had lots of activities in the city.
There are a lot of requests out there and people are coming here and asking, can you send me a man or a woman I need here in this institution or in that institution? The church needs. They employed already a lot of our graduates for the health department or as church planting, and they are still searching. I mean, even now we have 5 requests for our conference here and we are not able to provide. You know, the fields are ready, there is a need of workers.
When I first came here, I saw that here is a different world. And when I was to the sanatorium and I saw the people, the sick people, how they are treated and all the atmosphere you can feel when you open the door, I just felt that I'm in another place on the earth, you know, a piece of heaven. I really enjoyed being here and I really enjoy it because I've changed a lot. In just 1 year, my life has changed.
Well, we are living special times and I'm happy. On one side, I see problems and people having more and more issues and they need more and more advice, counseling and so on. But on the other side, I see a great opportunity. We see every day people that are coming to us and say, please teach us. I can see you have something special. I can see that you live a different lifestyle. I can see that you have something that we don't have. Teach us how to live. Teach us what to believe. And it's amazing that they ask also even who is our God or what we believe or what we do to be so happy, to be rejoicing in this time of a crisis all over the world. But they can see that we have something they don't have. And medical missionary work, is the right work for today. If you have a passion to do God's work and to be what He wants you to be, you want to be better equipped to do medical missionary work, do massage, physical therapy, hydrotherapy, teach cooking classes, and do lifestyle counseling, I really will be happy if you join our team.
God's stirring up a lot of people's interest, families. Just start something, start something. And church administrators that are wise are facilitating this. They're encouraging it. They're not trying to control it or stifle it. And I'm glad our world church leaders now are encouraging the other administrative levels work with us. As a pastor, I have no way of knowing what God wants each of my church members to do. God will tell you what to do. Don't come to me to find out what to do. Listen to God, and He will tell you to do.
After working here until 2011, and after getting married last year, my wife and I moved to a place an hour and a half away, and we started working as missionaries.
One thing we focus is not to do, but to be. And we are trying to help our students, to coach our students, first of all, to be, to experience in their own life, and then to share it with others. And that's what Jesus did, and that's what medical missionary work is, answering to the needs, the real needs of the people around.
As every beginning, in the beginning was very hard, very difficult, and we've been blessed to be helped by Wildwood, by Uchee Pines, by Loma Linda, and it's natural for us to help other projects. We knew Wildwood, Uchee Pines, and then we were introduced to the larger family of OCI ministries, and it was a blessing to become part of OCI. It's like you are alone in a family, no brother and sister. And there's a big difference between having brothers, sisters, not being alone, and that's really OCI. There is a family, and we share knowledge, share resources, help each other, and it's a blessing to represent OCI in this part of the world as a field vice president, helping other institutions to get on their feet, and also learning from them.
It's encouraging to see how God has blessed the ministry of Herghelia as they have pressed through the opening created through the fall of communism. They have ministered to thousands of individuals, as well as inspiring and encouraging a generation of young people to take the message and spread it throughout the towns and villages of Europe. God has an open door for you as well. Are you willing to follow His providence and to press into the opportunities He presents before you? I encourage you to consider how you can help the expanding work of OCI around the world. We value your support. Please visit us at outpostcenters.org to learn more about the worldwide work of OCI and our member ministries such as Herghelia Institute. To contact us, email info@outpostcenters.org or feel free to call us at 423-236-5600. We would love to hear from you. For OCI Reports, this is Stephen Gravener.